you ever heard that voice? A faint whisper, almost like a murmur saying, "That's enough. It's not worth it anymore. Just quit." It shows up when you're at your weakest, you're most exhausted, when the hours crawl by and it feels like the world forgot about you. But stop now. Listen carefully. If you're still breathing, if air is still filling your lungs, there is hope. This might be the hardest moment, but this is exactly where the turnaround happens. How many times have you thought, "I should be further ahead, I should be more," but instead you feel stuck? I know. It's suffocating, like no one can see your silent battle. But hear me out. You are not alone. That pain, that frustration, they are signs that something inside of you is still fighting to change. And if you can still feel that, it means this isn't the end. I know you're tired, but take a deep breath and do something right now. Ask yourself, what's the smallest step I can take today? It can be simple. Get up, tidy your desk, take that first step. One small action could be enough to break the cycle. As long as you breathe, there's still time. There's still hope. The choice is yours. Quit now or stand up and fight for what you deserve. Because by the end of this video, you'll understand. Victory belongs to those who stay standing, even when they're exhausted. Why does no one talk about this? That feeling of being stuck in a fight you didn't choose. You wake up, but you don't feel alive. You walk, but you have no direction. Everything that once seemed possible now feels like an anchor weighing on your chest. People look at you and see someone normal. They have no idea what's happening inside your head. The chaos, the doubt, the urge to give up on everything. You look around and see people smiling, winning, moving forward. And then comes the question that hurts more than anything. Why not me? Where did I go wrong? Where? But listen up. That pain you feel, that weight, it's the clearest sign that you haven't given up. Because the ones who quit feel nothing. Emptiness only comes when you drop the fight. Frustration is proof that you still care, that you still believe you can be more. So do something now. Take a deep breath. Close your eyes for a moment and ask yourself, what's the smallest step I can take today? It doesn't have to be perfect or grand. It could be getting out of bed, organizing your space, or even taking a break to clear your mind. A small step might be all you need to break the cycle. So, will you let this pain control you? Or will you choose to use it as the fuel that gets you out of here? Because, in the end, the choice has always been yours. Life is made of chapters. Some you write with ease, like everything is falling into place. Others are hard pages, full of mistakes, tears, and failed attempts. Maybe you're in one of those chapters now, the darkest, the most exhausting. But stop and breathe. If you can still feel the weight of this fight, listen closely. This isn't the end. As long as you breathe, hope is alive. It's you who writes your story, not the people who judge you or the circumstances that knocked you down. The choice is yours. The toughest chapters shape the heroes we admire. They aren't defined by the easy moments. They're forged in the fire, in the days when everything seemed lost, and they still stood tall. Did they quit? No, not while they could breathe and face one more battle. Because those who keep fighting, who feel the weight of effort, carry something far greater within, the strength to change everything. Do something simple, grab a piece of paper or close your eyes and mentally write it. What's the next chapter I want to live? What's the smallest step I can take today to start writing it? It can be small, it can feel insignificant, but one step is all it takes to break the cycle. And remember, as long as there's air in your lungs, there's still time to rewrite everything. The pain you feel now isn't the end. It's just the beginning of the most important chapter of your life. Because what matters isn't what's happened so far, but what you choose to do now. Time doesn't stop. No matter what you're going through now, the clock won't slow down for you to recover. It won't pause while you gather strength to start over. Every second you lose, you don't get back. And the worst part? Life keeps moving with or without you. Maybe you're thinking, but I need time, I'm tired. And I get it. Exhaustion is real. But here's the harsh truth. The world won't wait for you. While you decide whether to stand up or not, someone else is using the same minutes you're letting slip by. Someone is fighting, failing, learning, and moving forward because they've understood something simple. Time is the most valuable resource there is. Think about everything you've already lost while waiting for the perfect moment. Opportunities that passed, chances that never came back. And now, are you going to let it happen again? because the perfect moment will never come. There will never be a day where everything aligns, no fear, no pain, no exhaustion. The right moment is now, with what you have as you are. So, do something with these seconds. It doesn't matter how small it is, just do it. Stand up, take a deep breath, and take the next step, any step. Because while you're waiting, life is happening. And if you don't move now, tomorrow might be too late. Time won't wait, and neither should you. If you're still here, it's because you know time is your most valuable asset. And if these words made sense to you, don't let them fade away. Subscribe to the channel now and keep walking this journey with us. Here, every second counts. Every video is a reminder that your story isn't over yet. Let's go together, one step at a time, making the most of the time we have to build the life we deserve. You don't have to look far to find inspiration. Life is full of examples of resilience, ordinary people, invisible to most, fighting battles no one sees, yet they keep going. Think about the mother who wakes up before sunrise to work, prepare the house, and care for her children, even if no one thanks her. She does what needs to be done. Think about the young person rejected from dozens of interviews but doesn't quit until they get a chance. Or the athlete training in the cold, in the rain, in silence when no one is watching. They're not special. They're not different from you. They just chose not to give up. But what about you? How many times have you kept going even without realizing it? How many times have you overcome a bad day, extreme exhaustion, or that overwhelming urge to quit? Those small victories you might have ignored are proof that you are stronger than you think. You've already faced what seemed impossible and won. If you did it before, you can do it again. Do this for yourself. Pause for a moment and acknowledge a small victory of yours. Something simple. Something that seemed insignificant, but that you overcame. This is your reminder that you're still in the fight, and you still have the strength to go further. Small victories build big changes. Life doesn't reward those who quit. It rewards those who keep walking, even when no one is looking. And when you push through just a little more, when you take the next step, even without the strength, you'll realize you've become the example you were looking for. The proof that quitting is not an option is, now it's up to you. Tell me in the comments, what's the last small victory you achieved? Something that felt hard, but you pushed through. Sharing this might be the motivation someone else needs today, and a reminder that you're stronger than you think. The journey always feels the longest when you're in the middle of it. The destination seems distant, and the weight of hard days makes you believe you'll never get there. But what you don't realize is that with every step, you're getting closer even if you can't see it yet. How many times have you stopped, thinking you were too far, when in reality you were just one step away from winning? The truth is, most people give up just short of the finish line. It's at the moment of greatest exhaustion, when everything feels unbearable, that you need to take just one more step. It doesn't matter how small. It can be tiny, almost invisible, but it could be the step that changes everything. Look back. Every mistake, every fall, every day you endured brought you here. It wasn't for nothing. The struggles you've overcome are proof that you're stronger than you think. You didn't come this far just to quit now. So if you're about to stop, remember this. The impossible only exists for those who quit before they get there. Do whatever it takes, but take one more step today, because you're closer than you think. And when victory finally comes, you'll realize every effort was worth it. Have you realized it yet? Every step you've taken up to this point was necessary. Every mistake, every fall, every moment you thought about quitting but kept going, it all shaped who you are today. If you're still breathing, your story isn't over. What happens next depends entirely on you. Time will keep running, the days will keep passing, but the decision to move forward, to stand up even when you're tired, to take another step when everything tells you to stop, that decision is yours. Quitting? Not today. Not while there's air in your lungs and a will to fight inside you. Close your eyes now and tell yourself, I will not stop. I choose to take my next step today. It can be small, it can seem insignificant, but it's that step that changes everything. Because the impossible only exists for those who quit before they get there. So now I ask you, what's the next step you choose to take today? Write it down as a commitment to yourself, because in the end, the last word is always yours. And when that day comes, the day you cross the line that once seemed impossible, you'll look back and realize it was all worth it. Every effort, every pain, It wasn't luck and it wasn't chance. It was your choice to keep going. And to keep growing, watch the video playing on your screen. It will help you with your development and growth. Be part of our community, helping and motivating one another. We'll go further together.